because it's a cow in a winch. What's it going to do? It can't walk. It can't really move much. It's just stuck in a winch. It's like a sling thing.
Were they expecting? Did they want it to swing? What about the scene where Brendan Gleeson creeps on that girl?
Oh, in town. Yeah, that was uncomfortable. That sets him up as being... He's set up as being the character that dies like 2/3 of the way through. And the fact that our four heroes all survive. Him and Oliver Platt should have both died before the end of the film. Yeah. In any other 90s creature feature, they'd have been eaten by a giant crocodile long before the credits, as would... Betty White probably would have been as well. And for some reason... Adam Arkin and Mariska Hargitay would have shown up like, we're sorry, come back. Oh, no, we've been eaten. Just for some kind of justice.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So, yeah, it would be great. Or, like, when Bridget Fonda picks up the crocodile and goes back in the flatbed, they actually go to New York and they take the crocodile to the office somehow. And they get it up. They get this 30-foot crocodile up the elevator, or up the stairs, probably.
Oh, hey, she said to meet us
back. See the truth.
She said to meet us at the park. Where is she? Kelly said to come here.
Just this crocodile shadow appears over them. Cut to credits. That's how the film should end.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Now I gotta say, this movie's better than Primeval.
Primeval.
Orlando Jones, who was really great in Evolution and Replacements, and then you had the dude from Blade Trinity Dracula, and the lady from Replacements. The cheerleader, a Replacements reunion, and you see the Gustav for about 3 seconds.
You're just saying a bunch of things I haven't seen.
Fair enough. Now I'm gonna run 5 things by you, and you got to say yes or no if they get your if you don't hate them. So the scene where Brendan Gleeson's holding a toe, and Oliver Platt says, "Hey, your buddy seemed taller last time."
I like that. That's one of the lines that I enjoyed. Okay. I feel like it wasn't very realistic in terms of how Brendan Gleeson would react to his friend who got eaten. But yeah, he seemed taller. I liked that line.
Okay. You're supposed to say start in karate.
Yeah, I enjoyed that as well, actually. Oliver Platt saying that he's this karate expert, and then Brendan Gleeson just punching him in the face. It's nice, because I didn't like either of these characters. I wanted to see both of them get beaten up, so if one of them has to hit the other one, then so be it.
What about the line where Oliver Platt says, when the crocodile shows up, and he says, "I feel very foolish here."
Yeah, I don't know who he was talking to. He's just kind of talking to himself, talking to the camera. It's a little staged. I wasn't entirely sure what he was doing in the water. His whole character of, like, he wants to be judged by crocodiles because they're godlike. I just didn't get behind that at all. It's just an irritating person.
Got it. So that's a no. So we're 2-1.
Well, it's a no because he didn't get eaten by the crocodile at that point. That's exactly when he should have been eaten.
Oh, that'd have been so cool.
Because he backs slowly back away to the helicopter and somehow gets into the helicopter by distracting it with this inflatable thing he had in his belt. And then the crocodile grabs the helicopter. Should have pulled it down and eaten the whole thing. Would have been that's where that scene was going. And then he got away.
Never happened. So I guess that's a no on the Jaws 2 homage.
What was the Jaws 2 homage?
Remember he pulls the helicopter down in Jaws 2? And then this one, the crocodile grabs it?
Okay, yeah. Yes, that's an homage to Deep Blue Sea, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But they actually kill a ton of people in Deep Blue Sea.
They do, and it's wonderful, and everyone should go back and listen to our episode on it.
All right. Oh, that was a good one. All right, so we're 2-2 right now. The last one is his dancing, Oliver Platt's dancing in the tent where he's playing loud music to attract the crocodile.
No, it's terrible. That's a big no. Everything Oliver Platt does in that scene, we alluded to earlier with the "can she stay?" we were hoping to mate. Just everything about that is uncomfortable to watch and awful. So that's a no.
All right. Now, what about
also a no is Brendan Gleeson's use of his insult to people is "you are a mental." Yeah. I think you are a mental. A mental what? It's not a noun.
So we keep doing. All right. Then what about Ebert's review? Whether the movie was intended at any point to be a serious monster thriller, I cannot say. In its present form, it's an uneasy compromise between a gore fest and a comedy, sort of a failed Anaconda. One peculiar aspect is the sight of an expensive cast in such a cheap production. It's gruesome and then camp, and then satirical, and then sociological, and then it pauses for a little witty intellectual repartee. Occasionally the crocodile leaps out of the water and snatches victims from the shore, looking uncannily like a very big green product from the factory where they make Barney toys. This is the kind of movie that actors discuss in long, sad talks with their agents.
I'd never heard a more crippling insult than a failed anaconda. As if anaconda was a successful anaconda.
Now, he loves anaconda.
He does. He is incorrect with regards to his opinions on anaconda.
All right, I got one more bombshell to lay on you. Hector's surname in this movie, Sear, is an anagram of the word cry, a nod to the famous tale that crocs weep with false remorse while devouring their prey.
I mean, it's true that it's an anagram of cry. It's only 3 letters long. It's a lazy anagram, if that is the case. It's a strange surname. It kind of feels Welsh. CYR, just because it's got a Y in it. I mean, is Brendan Gleeson's character's surname is supposed to be, is Keogh. Is that an anagram or something? I don't think so. Why would they do it with just one character? Why not all of them?
Let's see, Keogh.
I'm looking at it right now. It's almost enough, but there's a K in it and no N.
Let's see. So Bill Pullman plays Jack Wells.
That's Swell.
Yep, Swell.
That's an anagram of Swell.
So you could say Water Swells.
Okay, if you want to.
What do you think?
No.
Okay.
not going to allow it.
All right, Kelly. What about Kelly?
That's David Kelly's surname.
Oh yeah. Dang it. All right. Well, I think we're out of. What about Hank? Surname. What about Hank? Knock.
Hank. Yeah. No. This is a losing battle, I think, Mark.
All right. Last but not least, Walt Lawson. What can we do with that?
Lawson. What character was Walt Lawson?
He's the cop that gets his head bit off.
Okay. Oh, no, that was Burke.
Well, then I'm not sure who Walt Lawson is.
Was he the guy? Was he the guy at the start? Was he the one who gets eaten, gets cut in half?
Oh yeah. That's
maybe Lawson. What kind of Lawson?
Now, last question. Why is this movie called Lake Placid?
That's a very good question because it's not set on Lake Placid. They even mention in the film that Lake Placid is the name of a different lake. And they wanted to call this one Lake Placid because it doesn't move very much. It's got a still lake, which is unusual for lakes that are connected to the ocean. But it's a still lake. But Lake Placid was already taken. It's a silly name. They could have if they just called it Crocodile, probably be a better film name. Yeah, it worked for Anaconda.
Croc Lake.
But yeah, Lake Placid is it's a confusing title. That's not where it is.
So for years,
they know that. They say that.
For years, I thought this movie took place in Washington, not Maine. Did you know that? Because I was thinking Asian crocodile.
That's on the other side of the country.
Yeah. Right?
So the crocodile crossed the ocean from Asia and then crossed the country? Or did it go up and over Canada or down and through the canal?
Wait, are you saying the Panama Canal?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, man.
It had to go one of those ways, or it had to go across land, and I'd reckon someone would have seen a 30-foot crocodile walking across America.
Yeah.
That would have had to have happened.
I think someone just got the croc, and like what happens in Florida when they get pythons that get too big, they just throw them out in the woods. Someone just dumped the crocodile.
Well, they chucked it down in the toilet, and it came up from someone else's toilet, that I'll admit.
Like in New York City.
It got into the sewers in San Francisco, I don't know, and then just went through. There's a giant sewer system that goes from there all the way to Maine.
Maybe this and Us are in the same world because there's the underworld in Us. So it just crawled through there.
Was it a tooth that they found and took back to that museum, or was it a pair of scissors? I can't remember.
Tooth. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. I found a tooth and some scissors. Man, that went way over my head. Where'd they get those scissors? All right.
That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah, I actually wrote the date on that. I figured out they would how much laundry they'd have to do for all those people. Will you factor in the rabbit feces? It would have got everywhere. Yeah, and the trash, and like they had to get rid of the rabbits, just feed them to alligators. There it is, crocodiles, feeding them. There we go. There's a sub-sewer from the Us world down another level is where the 30-foot crocodiles go. We just solved the mystery. There we go, all fixed. I love that my wife can only hear half of this conversation, and I just want her to try and figure out what the other half is. And
where we're freewheeling through various films.
Well, this was fun, man. I think we covered enough of Lake Placid, right? Because there's not much under the surface.
We've been recording for roughly the same length as the film. So yeah.
I mean, this was good. We did it, right?
We did. We'd never have to talk about it again.
And we're moving on to
Piranha.
Oh my gosh.
We're making a vast improvement.
A massive improvement. Now, I'm really worried to hear that. I don't think I'd show this to my wife. Piranha 3D.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I'm joined by mine.
Oh, jeez. But this was fun, man. We made it work, right? I had a good time on this one.
Yeah, I'm always happy to watch these terrible films, knowing I'm going to have this very entertaining conversation afterwards.
I like this Platt going on. That was fun. Good Platt bit.
Oh yeah.
All right. So for movies, films, and flicks, I am Mark Hoffmeyer. Thank you for joining us, Jay Cluett. I'm saying it again.
Thanks for having me.
This movie messed me up. So hey, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.